Welcome, friends, to the Yoga Yurt at Los Poblanos. This is Colleen for Conscious Wellbeing. So let's begin right away. Let's just drop into our breath. Seated nice and tall through the spine. Feel the energy of your inhale lift and open the chest. Feel the energy of your exhale ground you into your seat. Feel that support. 2 more breaths like that. This last breath, this last exhale, can you make it a little more elongated? Slow down the breath. Place an intention or a dedication into the cave of your heart. Letting it be guided and supported in that space. Let it be held and nurtured. And then let's take that next inhale. Begin to open up the eyes and exhale, palms to the floor. Let's step the knees back. Take an inhale into your cow spine. Let's tuck the toes. And as you exhale, round the back, protract your shoulder blades. Really puff up your upper back. Make your hands cling to the earth. Feel the mat. And then exhale and push back. Find your child's pose. Wiggle the hips a little side to side, just to wake up the hips. Bring a little lubrication. Inhale, follow through, lowering the chest forward, scraping the chest as you breathe in, rolling the shoulders back. Use your legs as support, and exhale, reverse it. Bend the knees, scrape the chest back. Lift the hips and the shoulders and go back, child's pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, ripple through the spine. Dropping the chest down, knees, chest, chin, sliding it forward along the floor, lifting up. And exhaling, reversing that movement back. So press into the knees, lift the hips, slide the chest back, keep the elbows in tight, and then exhale. Hook the tailbone as you go back to your child's pose. Let's do that 1 more time. Slowing it all down to feel every nuance. Stay here for a breath in your child's pose. Exhale, release. Guiding forward on that inhale breath, step the right foot forward. And then we're going to use fists today, so squeeze the knuckles forward as you lift up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, sink the hips. Keep the arms nice and sharp. Inhale here. Good, and then exhale, reverse the hands behind. And then pull the chest forward, and then as you exhale, drop into a bow. Again, pull the fist forward. Inhale here. Exhale, and we drop back with the hips, flexing the right foot. And come forward, stay low as we swing the arms to this side. Inhale into this wide squat. Exhale, pull the fists forward. Go back through the tailbone so you create this beautiful elongated spine, supporting through the front wall of your abdomen, so squeeze against your spine. Good, inhale, lift your gaze just enough to exhale and go back into your side skandasana. And we're just going to reverse the order going forward. Inhale, pull. Exhale, and we swing forward. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, let's pull back up, Anjaneyasana. And as you exhale, you're gonna, again, sweep the hands behind, lift up the back knee, plant the back foot as if for warrior two, but swing the right hip back and fold over the forward leg. Back foot steps in, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, and you fold in. Rise up, make your legs strong, reach for the sky. Exhale, palms to the heart. Stay here for a breath in. As you breathe out, anchor your tailbone. Reach up, breathe in. Exhale, flow down your legs. And press into the palms to just step the right and left foot back. Find your plank pose. It could be a knee down plank. If you drop the knees down in plank, you don't want the knees directly under your hips, like for a cat-cow, but you want to walk them back so the abdominal muscles start to turn on, they start to engage. Good, having more load over the spine. It forces the abdominals to turn on. Bring the shoulders slightly more forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly lower yourself. Pin your outer upper arms against your side body. Inhale, find your cobra. Exhale, and find your downward facing dog. Nice and slow, you can keep your knees bent. For your first down dog, just use the strength of your arms to push your body back, keeping the tailbone lifted. Exhale, lengthen it out, slow it down. Feel your energy start to recover. Feel it even and smooth. And then come forward, take the knees down, drop the hips back, find your child's pose. From here, we'll step the left foot forward. And again, going through that whole series, you use the fists, power up into your Anjaneyasana. Inhale, really lengthen up, and then exhale, and you just sink and soften the hips down. Inhale, bring the arms back. The same fists, but this time exhale, we just bow forward. Just come back and forward again. Inhale here, really pull sharply through the arms. Exhale, stay forward through the chest and the trunk, but go back into the hips, flexing the left foot. Inhale, we come forward, stay low to swing the arms back out through center. Good, level out the chest, pulling it forward with the arms and go back through the tailbone, lengthening the spine. Keeping the knees bent so it's a wide squat. Inhale, raise the gaze, exhale, and go deep into the right knee. Sinking the right hips, keep pulling through the arms, but you can have the arms down if you need that support. And then we're just gonna go back through, swinging the arms forward, and lowering down the back knee, Anjaneyasana. Big breath, exhale, take the hands again behind, lift the back knee just enough to plant the back foot as a warrior, but stay forward with the hips. Inhale and exhale, pyramid variation. Good, bend into the knees and plant the palms just to step that left foot back, firing up the legs and the toes if you're in a high plank. Stay for your exhale and just smooth everything out. Go forward with your inhale breath. Pin the arms to lower. Turn the legs up as you go down, and then Inhale, spill the chest forward and up. Really use your palms and the tops of the feet if you're in up dog. And exhale, find your downward dog. Take a little time in your down dog just to, again, even and smooth out the energy. Lifting up the tailbone, drawing the inner thighs back, sliding the fingertips forward. Maybe you can take a few pulses, opening up the shoulders. Maybe taking little soft bounces onto the top of your head or your forehead. And then lower the knees back down. Let's take a wide knee child's pose this time. Big toe mounds touch. And we go back into the hips. Wiggle and slide around. Inhale, ripple up onto the knees. As the pelvis comes forward, you push with the hands to lift and pick up the chest. The feet will probably pop up and we go back. We'll do that 2 more times, opening up the inner groins. Inhale here. Lower as you exhale, really push. Come back. Go back into the hips. And 1 more like that. Inhale. Ripple out through the vertebrae. Open up those spaces. And then really pour up through the heart. Use the hands, use the press. And go back. Exhaling. Walk your hands a little further forward. You can lift off with your hips. Let the hips go up a little bit. Find puppy pose here. Anahatasana. Anahata is the word for the heart space, the heart center. Let the heart kind of drop to the floor. Let it have its weight. And soften behind the heart. Good. Support with the legs and the low belly. 1 more breath. Open up the throat. You can walk the chin a little bit more forward. And then take the hands back. Lift yourself up. Tuck into the toes. And go back to Malasana. Keeping the knees really nice and wide. Letting the heels go back, but keep your weight forward so you don't fall forward or you don't fall back. Drop the crown of your head towards the floor. You can walk the arms back underneath the knees, maybe hold to the back of your heel bones, and using a little bit more force, not too much, but using the pull of the arms now to pull the head down. Using that Mula Bandha, the root lock. Good, and then walk the hands forward, bring the knees together. Slowly straighten the legs. Walk the hands in towards the feet. Take a couple breaths here in just an easy forward fold, keeping the knees as bent as you need to. A few breaths in to let go of any tightness, so breathe against any feeling of constriction or resistance to that stretch. Bring a little bit more of your weight towards your toes, lift your tailbone. And let's come up with that inhale breath. Big breath in. And exhale, palms to the heart. Slow down your breathing. Reach the arms, breathe in, make your left leg really strong. Exhale, and take a little twist to the right. Reaching the right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Come forward. Use the arms to reach in the opposite direction as the right leg steps back. And then lift up, high lunge, and twist to the left side. Pulling that left hip back. Keeping the spine nice and tall. And come forward again, inhale. Step into that left leg. Pull the right leg way up. And again, take the twist to the right side, maybe extending the left leg. And then stay standing on the left leg. And then twist to the right, keeping the right knee lifted. Twist to the left. Right knee lifts up a little bit more, lean forward. And see if you can under wrap your right arm and take a bind here. Good, pull the leg up as you stand up, wrapping around that right shin. Internal rotation of that right shoulder. And exhale, lower down, keeping that right knee tucked in. See if you can take a little bow in towards your left standing leg. Release, go back. Take a lunge twist here. Right hand down, left arm goes up. Big breath, and exhale. And you turn, rotate the feet towards the right, long edge of your mat. Make sure your feet are parallel. Hold the outside of your left leg with your right hand and release your left arm up. Big breath here. Exhale. You swing your chest more open. Good. Keep a hold, but now turn the left foot forward. And then see if you can use a block here as well. You can hold on the leg on the inside of the foot or the outside of the foot. And then bring your left hand to your left hip to wrap it back. And left arm can lift up. Really recruit the back leg. Really work into that right quad. Inhale here. Good. Exhale. We're going to flip this to our classic Trikonasana, facing the opposite direction. Inhale here. Exhale, and just release the left arm. Squeeze into that left quad. Deep breath. And then sweep the arms down. Left foot steps back. Find your plank pose. Inhale. Work into the toes if the knees are lifted. Exhale and lower down, resisting the floor. Inhale to the tops of the feet and the palms for up dog, but you can stay low for down dog. Exhale, sweep the hips up, go back, downward dog. 3 long, smooth, even breaths. Slow it all down. Let your body recover. Really important to build that resilience in the nervous system. The body really needs stress. Of course, probably not as much as we can give it, but we do need stress as biological people or humans or beings. So work with the stress and not against it. Always give yourself time to recover. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, go back through the hips. You can sink into the knees a little bit, look forward and get yourself to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in and exhale and fold. Rise up, inhale. Drop the tailbone as you exhale. Fold into your heart. Feel and sense your own heartbeat. Prepare for standing on the right leg now. Make your right leg really strong, really firm, especially the lateral side of the right leg where all the stabilizer muscles are. And we're going to pick up the left knee. Inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, and we turn to the left. Right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. Good. Reach both arms forward to counterbalance as you go back. Through the left foot, lower down, rise the arms, high lunge, and then go to the twist to the right now. Good. Reach through the arms to bring yourself forward. Good. Pull into that twist to the left. And keep the knee lifted. Oh, you can extend and kick out through the left leg, finding a full extension in this one. Or you can keep the knee bent, and then we're going to keep the knee lifted, but take that same twist, slicing the arms out to the sides, to the right side now. And then start to lean forward, keeping that standing leg strong. Reach underneath your shin, and maybe take a bind. Maybe a bind here. Pull the knee up, lifting it higher. Lift your chest, breathe in. And exhale, begin to bend the standing leg to lower yourself. And taking a little bow, squeezing the left heel towards your bum. Left hand comes down, left leg goes back. Take a twist. Make that left quad firm, and then start to turn. You're gonna take this twist to the left long edge of your mat. Left hand can stay down, but you can also hold. And let the right arm lift up. Swing your chest open. Use the legs, swing the chest more open. Start to come forward. Left hand outside of the left foot. You can use a block, inside or on top. Pull the right hip back, turn, and follow through with the twist. Parita Trikonasana. Hold with the opposite hand. And open up your left hip. Just even use your left hand to kind of pull it, guide it open. Reaching the left arm up, recruit that back leg more to float the arm forward. Inhale here. And exhale, follow through. Lowering down, bending into the right knee. Stepping the right foot back. Finding plank pose here. Inhale. Exhale, firm the belly. Come forward, tippy toes, or really pull forward on your knees if you're on your knees, and squeeze the upper arms in. Tops of feet if you're an up dog. You could be on your knees too. And exhale, pull the hips up. Go back and find your down dog. Take a moment just to breathe. It's settling and soothing the nervous system by slowing down the breath. Feeling the support of the ground. Landing in the feeling of your feet and your hands supporting your body. Yeah, we'll take a few pulses, again, just to open the shoulders a bit more. Not forcing anything, right? And we're gonna inhale, Right leg lifts up and back, finding your down dog split. Good, open up the hip. Good, maybe tap down, but keep the hips pulling up, so use your legs. Good, spilling the chest towards your fingertips. Lifting the belly, feeling that beautiful stretch. And then lift the right foot just to slide it underneath you, lower onto the outer edge of the back foot, and come into your fallen triangle. Sliding the leg out, opening up the chest in the opposite direction. Work into the legs, building that strength. Lowering down the left hand, pull the right leg up, and go back. Wild thing again, or you could lower into your full Urdhva Dhanurasana. Again, use the legs to give the back bend. The spine always looks for support. We're going to turn this around, so lift your left hand, put it where your right hand was to flip yourself back, and take your right foot forward. Lower down the back knee, and we'll come into lizard. So take a moment just to let the hips sink. And then use the press of the palms to lift the heart. Reach long through the right fingertips. And then sweep the right arm in front of the right shin. Good, tuck the back toes to give yourself a little more support, and then airplane the arms. Pushing that arm against the shin and go forward through your chest. Maybe the back knee lifts as well. Strong pose. And then lower down the back knee. Now we're going to work the left knee back a little bit further if you can. And then we're going to start to work the right shoulder behind the right leg. Push your calf away with your hand, and then work your shoulder against the back of your right calf. Good, just bring your hands on top of that foot and just take a bow here. But keep the pressure forward through the shoulder. Good, and then maybe, again, you can fly the arms out to the side. Lead the chest forward. Maybe stay on the knee, or you can pick the back knee up. And again, go forward into that calf with your shoulder. Maybe wrap the arms into a bind. Lower onto the back knee again, or the outer back foot, and find extended side angle. Maybe a bound version. Lean the shoulders back. And then start to work the left foot forward a little bit. Take a couple baby steps or shuffle it forward. Press into your right foot. You can maybe keep the bind and just send forward through the chest and the gaze to steady yourself enough to step the left foot up. Push down into the left foot, engage your core to lift the weight of the right leg up. And here I'll step back. Take your time, find a steady gaze. Lift and open up your collarbones. Steady that left leg, and maybe go for extending the right leg up Keep lengthening through the crown of the head. Take the leg down into this figure 4 version, maybe keeping the bind if you can. Sink the hips, and then release that foot to the floor. We'll take a little version of a standing split. Work your right arm behind the right leg. Again, the right shoulder presses against that calf and hold that left foot. Let your left thigh lift as the chest comes down. Open up through the legs, through the thighs. And unravel yourself. You can hold opposite elbows here, just to relieve the shoulders, the arms. Take a breath in, breathe out. Give yourself a chance again to recover. You can swing a little side to side. Engage your legs a little more steadily. Hold peace sign fingers, hold behind the heels, and pull the crown towards the floor, opening up the backs of the legs a little bit more. And bring the feet together, and we'll find our downward dog again. Take a spin around. Breathe in and exhale, sigh it out. Couple pulses. Again, working into those shoulders. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Down dog split. Good, open up the hip and then maybe drop into wild thing, if that's your thing. Push the hips up. Spill your chest away from your hips. Good, lower down the left hand and reverse that leg. Flip onto the back foot and you're going to slide into fallen triangle. Dig and opening up across the hips. Take it back into your wild thing or just drop your knee. Or maybe full pose into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Spin yourself around. We're going to work out of this by placing the right hand where the left is, lifting the left and spinning yourself back around. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, we're going to find lizard pose. Dropping the back knee down. Letting the pose just decide what it wants to feel. Backing off if you need to back off. Lift the chest on that inhale breath, sink the hips. And then reach sharply through your left arm. Lower the chest, keep going long, and then wrap the left arm right in front of your left shin and really push against it. Maybe you just stay here with the left arm, but support yourself steady and stable through the legs and the hips. And maybe full airplane, maybe back knee lifts, Sending the chest more forward. Using that resistance. Good, and lower yourself back down. Okay, now we're going to work the shoulder underneath and behind this leg. Use your hand to kind of push, creating a little space for that shoulder to dip under and against your calf. Keep pushing. Keep finding more space. Airplane the left arm, airplane the right arm. Big breath to maybe push off the right knee and extend that chest forward. Really get a good squeeze into that left shoulder. It should feel good. Nice, everyone. And let's come down nice and slow. We're going to keep that shoulder in play. And we're going to take a bind. Or attempt to. Okay, if not, just keep working that shoulder behind. Eventually you'll get there. And you're going to lift and lower the outer back foot and come into extended side angle. Open that right shoulder, lean. Good, and then maybe starting to come forward little by little. Gaze moves forward. Stay stable. And step the right foot up. Land in the right foot. Squeeze all the muscles along the right leg as you lift up into your bird of paradise. Keeping the leg bent or straight. Lifting the chest. Dropping the tailbone. Without coming out, we're just going to plant the outer ankle for that figure 4. Sit down. And then step the foot down. All right, we're going to work into that standing split. Again, we keep that shoulder behind. Lean against your calf. Hold the right foot with the left hand. Keeping the right heel towards the right buttock and lift your right knee. Extending your right thigh. Opening up, I'll do a little dance to the side. Oh, and slowly come out of that. Yeah, that standing split variation is a little deep. Let's relieve the wrists by bringing the tops of the hands down. And then just come forward and lift the elbows up. So it's just a little wrist relief. Forearms down, knees are wide. Your heels can be lifted on this one, and then just send your weight a little forward in towards your hands and pick up your elbows and slowly drop them down. Should feel good. Palms face up. Good, knees down. We'll go back to child's pose. Opening up the legs a lot. We can shift into splits pose, or you can turn to this side and do konasana. Keeping the feet flat to the floor and making sure they're parallel. And you can work on blocks for this too. Try to let go of the pelvic floor. A lot of tension resides here. You can sigh out some of that tension. And let your hips, your thighs open. If you're in splits, you're just gonna come in more towards this figuration now. So again, you're on this side, facing this side. In your Prasarita Padottanasana, walk the hands back. Keep going back through the hands, bend your knees a lot. Keep going back, keep walking the hands back. Trust yourself here. So as the heels of the hands land, you bend the elbows right away and your inner thighs should just kind of sit on your upper arms. Good. Let the weight descend down into the arms, into the pressure of the arms. Go back, hook the tailbone underneath you, and lift the toes. Titibhasana. Come forward, lean forward. Beautiful, everyone. And then let's go to the right side in our Skandasana again. This time, see if you can go all the way down, reaching, again, your right arm in front of that shin, and then twist yourself away from the right leg. Maybe you take a bind, but you can also just let the fingertips kind of hold you and support you. Lift the chest. Exhale, sink your right hip. One more inhale. Exhale, and we go back and forward, lean, use your arms or not. Go and bend into the left side, sink the hips down, down, down. Maybe you can sit, again, reach the arm, and then that internal rotation of that shoulder takes the bind, or you're on your fingertips to twist your chest away from your left leg. Nice, everyone. Let's come forward. Work into those legs. Drop into just an easy fold. You can work into just a final inversion, tripod, or take any variation, or just have your head towards the floor. Use your fingertips, pivot at the hips. Start to come down, pivoting the hips again to get a deeper hinge at the hips. Good, roll over. Your feet will come onto the back now. Lowering down, hugging the knees in, wrap yourself against yourself. Take a breath in. Slow motion, exhale out. Good, bring the hands down alongside you. Step into the feet just enough to kick up your hips and walk the shoulders underneath you. Sit your hips on the tops of your hands and lift your legs up. So those of you who don't go back to plow pose or get to lift up their legs, right? It's kind of initially difficult because you're not really sure about how to coordinate the movement. So I find if you bring the arms underneath you like this, sit your hips down on them, let your legs go forward just enough so you can use that momentum to hoist the legs up, press into the arms at the same time. You can use your hands against the flat of your back to just stay in this position. So you have a gentle inversion, letting the circulation rebalance itself, letting the fluids in the body rebalance. And of course, if you have a deeper plow or you want to go straight up with the legs, you do that. If you have your lotus pose, these aren't slippery yoga pants, so I have to kind of work a little bit harder. You do your lotus pose. You can hinge the knees towards you. Let it be a little softer. You can also work more into the arms. Now hold alongside the sacrum, even wrapping the fingers a little bit to the sides of the hips, and start to let the knees pour forward. This is only if you're in your lotus. And kind of lift your chin up and go back with the chin as the knees go forward. Good. Squeeze in with the outer glutes and the hips to keep this stable. And then wherever you are, you're going to softly come out. Once again, we lower the feet, bend the knees, kick the hips up just enough to again bring the hands underneath, walk the right and the left shoulder closer underneath. You can't do this enough. Let the hips again sit down to the tops of your wrists and your palms. Take an inhale through the chest. Exhale, let go of the legs. Lengthen the legs out. But keep a firmness in the legs, point through the toes. Inhale, expand the chest, puff the chest up by pressing the elbows down and slide to the top of your head, coming into your fish pose. You can even float if you have enough energy in your arms and they're strong enough. The head doesn't have to touch down. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale, stick your tongue out. Kind of flush out your bronchial tube. And you can slide to the back of your head to come out of this, but you can also kind of pour up more strongly through the chest, really point through the toes, and lead with the chest to sit up. Keep the hands underneath and just take a bow forward. Kind of relieves the flexors and the hips. Nice job, everyone. Take a moment just to settle. Do whatever poses are kind of calling to you now. Maybe just a soft reclined twist. You just don't want to go over too much in the time allotment here. So just trying to keep it short and sweet, or as short and sweet as possible. With me, that's always a little bit of a challenge. But take a moment again to just give your body whatever else you feel is appropriate to you right now at this time. And then please invite yourself into a lovely Shavasana, at least 3 minutes. Hopefully you go for 5. And I wish you a beautiful day or evening, whatever it might be for you. And thank you for joining me. Namaste.